High energy density and durability are two promises that make any technology enthusiast wonder if the future has already arrived. Imagine a battery capable of supporting up to 15,000 charge cycles before showing signs of wear. This means decades of reliable use, whether in electric vehicles or stationary energy systems. While lithium-ion batteries offer impressive energy density, aluminum-ion batteries come with a different proposition, less concern with lifespan and more stability over time. It's as if, instead of changing your phone every 2 years because the battery doesn't last anymore, you could rely on the same device for a lifetime. The idea seems almost magical, but it's pure science. The secret lies in the chemistry. These batteries use metallic aluminum in the anode, while the cathode can vary between graphite or conductive polymers. This setup drastically reduces common issues like degradation and overheating, two major headaches of lithium batteries. The chemical stability of aluminum also ensures more efficient and consistent charge cycles. Imagine driving an electric car for years without noticing any difference in battery performance. Does it sound too good to be true? Science says no. The high energy density of these batteries also opens doors for applications far beyond electric cars. Stationary energy systems, like those used to stabilize power grids in remote areas, can benefit immensely from this technology. With the capacity to store more energy per unit of weight, it's possible to imagine entire cities running on clean energy stored in aluminum-ion batteries. This not only reduces reliance on fossil fuels, but also makes energy supply more reliable. Fast charging is another fascinating aspect of aluminum-ion batteries, capable of completely transforming the experience of using electric vehicles. Imagine plugging your car into the socket, grabbing a quick coffee, and before you know it, it's ready to drive hundreds of miles. It's almost like charging a phone, but on a much larger scale. This speed is a game changer for those who still hesitate to adopt electric cars, as it eliminates one of the biggest challenges faced so far: the waiting time for charging. The magic behind this quick charging lies in the materials used. The liquid or solid electrolytes in these batteries are designed to allow incredibly efficient ionic conduction. This means aluminum ions can move between electrodes at impressive speeds, without compromising the stability or safety of the system. And as a bonus, the process generates less heat, reducing the risk of overheating during fast charges. It's a technical detail that makes all the difference in daily use. This agility also redefines the concept of a quick stop on long trips. For many, driving an electric car on longer journeys can be a hassle due to the long waits at charging stations. With this new technology, that becomes a thing of the past. Imagine taking a break to stretch your legs at a service station, and when you return, your car is already ready to continue the journey. It's something that could change the perception of those who still view electric cars as impractical for travel. And it's not just in cars that this speed is a trump card. Stationary energy systems also benefit. Think of entire neighborhoods or businesses recharging backup batteries in just a few minutes, ensuring reliable energy during outages. In a world increasingly dependent on electricity, this speed is a solution that can bring more security and convenience to everyone. Practicality also extends to urban planning. With batteries that charge so quickly, cities can completely rethink their charging infrastructure. Smaller, simpler stations can serve more vehicles, reducing costs and optimizing space. This change could also positively impact traffic in urban areas, reducing queues and congestion at charging points. An interesting detail is how this technology can alleviate the so-called range anxiety that still haunts many drivers. Knowing that a full charge is just a few minutes away provides a sense of freedom that electric vehicles haven't fully offered yet. This confidence in the infrastructure and charging capacity could be exactly what's needed to convince more people to transition to electric cars. Another interesting impact is the way we think about time. Fast charging means that vehicles can be used more efficiently, without long pauses between trips. Commercial fleets, for example, can take advantage of this technology to keep their vehicles moving almost continuously, increasing productivity and reducing operational costs. It's an example of how this innovation goes beyond individual consumers. And of course, this speed is a crucial step in integrating electric vehicles on a large scale in society. More than just a convenience, it's a change that accelerates the transition to a more sustainable transportation model. With less time parked and more time on the road, electric cars finally gain the agility that many once considered impossible. The economic viability of these aluminum-ion batteries is a point that really stands out. Imagine a technology that not only revolutionizes performance, but also drastically reduces costs. This is music to the ears of consumers and manufacturers. Compared to lithium batteries, aluminum batteries use cheaper and more abundant materials, lowering production costs without sacrificing quality. This balance between affordability and efficiency is a rare combination, but it could redefine the electric vehicle market. Aluminum, widely available and recyclable, is one of the key factors behind this cost reduction. Unlike lithium and cobalt, which require mining in remote locations and often raise environmental and social concerns, aluminum can be extracted and processed in a simpler and cheaper way. Additionally, its abundance means there is no imminent risk of scarcity, helping to maintain stable prices in the long term. This creates a perfect scenario for electric vehicles to become a viable option for a much broader audience. This cost reduction directly reflects on the final price of electric vehicles. Today, one of the major obstacles for many people to adopt electric cars is the high initial cost. With cheaper batteries, manufacturers can offer more affordable models without compromising quality or performance. This puts electric cars on an equal footing with combustion vehicles, eliminating one of the biggest barriers to their widespread adoption. It's not hard to imagine a future where an electric car is as common as a compact hatchback. And it's not just consumers who benefit. Automakers also see clear advantages. Producing aluminum-ion batteries is less complex and requires fewer resources than lithium batteries, which means higher profit margins or the possibility of investing in other areas such as design and technology. Additionally, with lower costs, these companies can better compete in emerging markets where price is a key factor for consumers. Another benefit lies in the charging infrastructure. Since aluminum-ion batteries are cheaper and more durable, charging stations can be designed more economically and efficiently. This enables governments and businesses to invest in broader charging networks without exceeding budgets. As a result, the accessibility of electric cars becomes not only a matter of vehicle cost, but also the ease of keeping them charged. Moreover, this cost-saving potential opens doors for innovations in other sectors, such as renewable energy storage. Domestic or commercial systems that rely on batteries to store solar or wind energy could become cheaper and more accessible. Imagine families installing solar panels with aluminum-ion battery systems, saving on their electricity bills while contributing to a more sustainable future. The impact goes far beyond transportation. Another driving factor for economic viability is the potential for battery reuse. Since aluminum is highly recyclable, manufacturers can create a more sustainable and efficient production cycle. This not only reduces costs but also minimizes environmental impact, creating a business model that benefits both the economy and the planet. Recycling could also generate jobs in specialized areas, strengthening local economies. Finally, this reduction in costs not only encourages consumers to adopt electric cars, but also accelerates the global transition to cleaner energy sources. With lower prices, access to the technology becomes more democratic, allowing more people and businesses to take part in this transformation. It's a chain of benefits that feeds into itself, showing that sometimes innovation and economy can go hand in hand. The transformation of energy infrastructure is a natural effect of the innovations brought by aluminum-ion batteries. Imagine entire cities being redesigned to accommodate more efficient and sustainable energy grids. With these batteries, the need for large charging stations could be replaced by smaller, ultra-fast charging points scattered across all corners. It's not just about modernization, but about creating a system that keeps pace with the needs of an increasingly electrified world. These batteries also have the power to integrate into electrical grids in a revolutionary way. With their high storage capacity and durability, they can be used to stabilize energy supply, especially during peak consumption times. This means entire neighborhoods could run on stored energy during the night or in periods of low generation. It's the kind of technology that turns energy crises into problems of the past, offering more security for residents and businesses. Another interesting point is how this impacts public transportation. Electric trains and buses, which previously faced limitations due to autonomy and charging times, can now operate almost continuously. Faster and more efficient charging stations ensure that vehicles are always ready to meet the growing demand of cities. This not only improves urban transport, but also significantly reduces harmful emissions, making the air cleaner for everyone. Parking infrastructure also plays a role in this shift. Imagine parking garages equipped with ultra-fast charging points at every space. This model not only makes charging more accessible, but also optimizes the use of urban space. The time spent searching for a charging station simply disappears, and convenience becomes part of the everyday experience for electric vehicle drivers. Additionally, the application of these batteries isn't limited to cities. In rural and remote areas where electricity may be scarce or unstable, aluminum-ion batteries provide a practical and durable solution. They could power entire communities, allowing critical systems like hospitals and schools to operate without interruption. This is a change that goes beyond comfort. It's about offering real opportunities to improve quality of life. The private sector also stands to gain a lot from this transformation. Companies that rely on a constant power supply, such as data centers and factories, could benefit immensely from these batteries. With reliable and accessible storage, operational costs are reduced, while dependency on non-renewable sources decreases. This creates a virtuous cycle where economy and sustainability go hand in hand. The flexibility in the application of these batteries also allows them to be integrated into microgrid systems. Imagine small neighborhoods or communities operating almost exclusively on locally stored renewable energy. This decentralization of energy supply not only reduces pressure on larger grids, but also increases resilience in the event of natural disasters or blackouts. This revolution in energy infrastructure marks the beginning of a new era, where energy is not just a resource, but an essential part of mobility, urban life, and the sustainable functioning of our cities. With aluminum-ion batteries, the transition to an electric future gains momentum and becomes not only viable, but inevitable. The reduced environmental impact is one of the greatest advantages of aluminum-ion batteries, especially when compared to currently dominant options like lithium. The issue goes far beyond technical performance. It's a profound shift in how resources are extracted, used, and recycled. Aluminum, being abundant and more easily recyclable, offers a much more sustainable alternative to meet the growing demand for batteries. It's like giving the planet a breather amid the frantic race for greener technologies. Aluminum extraction causes less environmental damage compared to lithium, cobalt, and nickel, which often require intensive mining in ecologically sensitive locations. Furthermore, aluminum recycling is incredibly efficient, with minimal material loss in the process. This means an aluminum-ion battery can be reused almost indefinitely, drastically reducing the need for new extractions and, consequently, the impact on soil, water, and biodiversity in mining regions. Another key point is the durability of these batteries, which prevents large-scale electronic waste generation. With a lifespan of up to 15,000 charge cycles, the need for replacement is much lower, significantly reducing the disposal of potentially toxic materials. It's a solution that tackles two problems at once: reducing the consumption of natural resources and minimizing the volume of waste that ends up in landfills or pollutes the environment. The carbon footprint is also a decisive factor. Lithium battery production is notoriously energy-intensive, while aluminum-ion has a cleaner, more efficient process. For those concerned with global greenhouse gas emissions, this difference is crucial. Imagine a world where every new battery produced not only saves resources, but also helps mitigate climate change. It's the kind of innovation that brings us closer to a more balanced future. Additionally, the sustainability of these batteries is not only in manufacturing, but also in use. The ability to store clean energy efficiently and for long periods allows for a faster transition to renewable sources like solar and wind. Regions where green energy still faces storage challenges can finally rely on a practical and accessible solution. This reduces dependence on fossil fuels and paves the way for a more sustainable and resilient energy system. Ethics in the supply chain also gains strength with this technology. Many have heard about the poor conditions in cobalt mines, where workers, including children, face extreme risks for minimal wages. With aluminum, this reality changes significantly. Its extraction occurs in more regulated areas, with safer and fairer working conditions. This alleviates some of the social burden associated with battery production, enabling more conscious consumption. Another aspect worth highlighting is aluminum's adaptability to different climates and conditions. Being more chemically stable, these batteries have a lower risk of catastrophic failures like explosions or fires. This added safety is especially important in residential and industrial applications, where reliability is as essential as performance. It's yet another point demonstrating how this technology manages to balance efficiency, sustainability, and safety. The large-scale introduction of aluminum-ion batteries is not just a technical update, but a true paradigm shift. It's a solution that touches on various aspects of a battery's life cycle, from material extraction to disposal and recycling. While meeting the demands of a transitioning world, it does so while respecting the planet's limits and the needs of future generations. The technological and social revolution driven by aluminum-ion batteries goes far beyond technical advances. It directly impacts how people access and use energy, affecting crucial areas such as transportation, education, healthcare, and the economy. It's fascinating to imagine how this technology can transform life in regions that once faced enormous energy challenges. What once seemed distant or exclusive now has the potential to become accessible to millions of people around the world. In the transportation sector, for example, the combination of durability and reduced costs enables electric vehicles to be produced and marketed in markets that were previously dominated by combustion engines. In developing countries where price is a decisive factor, these batteries could open the door to mass adoption of electric cars. More than just an environmentally friendly alternative, these vehicles become tools for inclusion, providing more accessible and sustainable mobility. Education is also directly benefited. In remote communities or those without reliable access to electricity, these batteries can power entire schools, ensuring energy for computers, lighting, and connectivity systems. Imagine a classroom in a distant village. where children can finally access the internet, learn with digital resources, and connect to the world. It's a significant leap in reducing inequalities, bringing opportunities that once seemed unreachable. The healthcare sector also benefits from this revolution. Clinics and hospitals in isolated areas can rely on reliable energy to operate essential equipment, such as refrigerators for vaccines and diagnostic machines. In emergencies, where power outages can be fatal, these batteries offer a life-saving solution. Additionally, energy stability allows for the use of advanced technologies in places that were previously limited by poor infrastructure. Another significant impact is on the local economy. With aluminum available in many parts of the world, countries that once relied on expensive imports to access battery technologies can now develop their own industries, generating jobs and strengthening their economies. This movement decentralizes the market, making production more diverse and less dependent on large monopolies. It's a model that favors autonomy and sustainable growth. Moreover, the efficient storage of clean energy acts as a catalyst for community projects. Imagine entire neighborhoods running on microgrids powered by solar or wind energy, stored in aluminum-ion batteries. These communities not only reduce their carbon footprint, but also gain independence from conventional power grids, which are often costly and unstable. It's a form of collective empowerment that redefines the concept of shared energy. The accessibility of this technology also has the power to impact small businesses and entrepreneurs. With cheaper, more durable storage systems, merchants can operate more efficiently, even in regions where energy is unstable. From local markets to small factories, aluminum-ion batteries provide the stability needed to expand operations and improve productivity. It's a transformation that reaches from the individual level to the community level. Last but not least, there is the cultural impact. When barriers to access technology are removed, the possibilities for innovation multiply. Young people in previously marginalized areas can have access to tools that allow them to create, invent, and contribute solutions to their own local challenges. It's a cycle where technology not only solves problems, but also inspires new generations to dream bigger. The social revolution promoted by these batteries is not just about energy. It's about how a technological advance can serve as a bridge to a more just world, where opportunities are distributed more equitably. This transition represents not only a milestone in science, but also in the way we view the impact innovation can have on society as a whole.